Well, Libby, yes, I'm sorry to say I must confirm that amongst the casualties in the contemptible attack on the crowd at Kabul airport yesterday, there were indeed two UK nationals and the child of a UK national. And our thoughts today are very much with their families and their loved ones. And I think what their loss really underlines is the urgency of getting on and concluding Operation Pitting in the way that we are, and also it underlines the bravery of our armed services, our troops, everybody else involved in it, the bravery of the American military who are doing so much as well, and the colossal nature of this task. I mean, they've been at it only for just over getting on for 2 weeks now, and they've lifted 13,000 people coming to the UK. We've never seen anything like it in our lifetimes. And of course, as we come now to the final hours of the operation, there will sadly be people who haven't got through, people who might qualify. And what I would say to them is that we will shift heaven and earth to help them get out. We will do whatever we can in the second phase. But the crucial thing is that the Taliban authorities, the new government, however it's composed, have got to understand that if they want to have engagement with the West, if they want to have a relationship with us, then safe passage for those is absolutely paramount.
Don't these British casualties only emphasise the mortal danger that we're leaving people in, that we're abandoning?
I think that what it certainly shows, and the terrorist attack certainly shows, is that the government of Afghanistan is going to be extremely difficult for whoever is running it, and that's been the case for a very long time. And I think that the Taliban understand that, and they are certainly no friends of Daesh, of the Islamic State Khorasan province, who've claimed responsibility for both attacks. And what they're going to need, I think, therefore, is a relationship, a working relationship with the Western powers, with us in the G7 and NATO and all those forums in which the UK is working together with our partners to make sure that we use our leverage to help the people of Afghanistan in the next steps. But you are completely right, Libby, that it is certainly not going to be easy for anybody to govern Afghanistan.
Your own Foreign Secretary has just said that we won't forget people who have looked to us in their hour of need, but that's precisely what we are doing by ending this airlift, isn't it?
I think you need to look at the sheer scale and speed of what has been accomplished in the last few days. Just since the 14th of August, 13,000 people, and plus 2,000 people before then. And we're talking about a very, very large operation. We've seen nothing like it in scale and speed
people are being left
over
behind.
In our lifetimes. And yes, as I say, and as you know, I totally understand your point and people's concerns. There will be people who are eligible, whether they're UK nationals who have chosen not to come forward yet, or people who are interpreters and others who we haven't been able to get to come forward to Hamid Karzai International Airport so far. And what I say to them is that we will shift heaven and earth to get you out, and we will use all the leverage that we have with the Taliban to make sure that they understand it. But nobody should be in any doubt that, you know, of the Afghan resettlement and assistance program, the so-called ARAP scheme, we've done almost twice as many as we thought that we were going to be able to do. The overall operation has lifted about 100,000 people, and the UK alone has taken 13,000 just in the last few days.
Some of your senior backbenchers say that the manner of our leaving, the fact that we are abandoning up to 1,000 people, fills them with shame and anger. What do you feel about it?
I obviously feel a great sense of regret that we aren't able to get everybody out in this first phase, but I don't think you should in any way underestimate the scale of the achievement of UK armed forces, the bravery of the men and women on the ground who have been able to shift huge numbers of people.
Falling onto the tarmac of that airport. We've seen people knee deep in sewage trying to get out. This isn't how it was meant to end. It is a national humiliation, isn't it?
Well, it's certainly not something that the timing of this is certainly not the one that this country would have chosen, and I think that everybody understands that. But I think in the circumstances, which are, as you say, you rightly say, extremely difficult and extremely harrowing, and it's been terrible for the people at Hamid Karzai International Airport and for their families. There's been absolutely no doubt about that. And the terrorist attack has been quite appalling. And I'm not saying that things are going to be easy from now on in Afghanistan. As I've said, I think it will be very, very tough. But I do think when you look at what has been achieved by UK armed forces, to get that many people out has been quite remarkable. And what we will also do, Libby, is make sure that when they come to this country, they get a warm welcome, and that we do everything we can to integrate them into UK society, to allow them to take part in the economy, and to fulfil their ambitions.
Can I briefly ask, what practical steps are you doing to help people leave Afghanistan by other means? Do we have contacts with the Taliban to ensure that they get safe passage? Are we setting up posts at the borders to process people? What are we actually doing?
Well, of course, we continue to talk to the Taliban, and the most important point that we make is, look, if you want to have a relationship with the UK, or indeed with our partners, if you want to be able to unfreeze those many billions of dollars that they are going to need for the people of Afghanistan and for their country, then you need to ensure safe passage for those who want to come out. That's the number one condition that we set at the G7, and all our partners are saying the same. So I think they understand that.